Hello, everyone. Wish you all a wonderful 2013. My name is Sudhindra, and I'm here with me and very glad to present my friends and colleagues, Umesh Gopinath.
Hello.
Umesh is a senior information architect with Sapient and comes with about 10 to 11 years of experience in the field of design. I also have Sufyan Syed,
Hi.
who is an information architect with Sapient, and we are here to discuss the digital trends of 2012. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sudhindra, and I lead the experience design practice for Sapient in India. And I'm very glad to have my friends over. Okay, without much delay on this, let's begin. So I found that 2012 was pretty interesting in several ways. What I found was experiences have gotten seriously holistic. I'm an experience designer, so I am always very careful when I use the word experience, because that's one word that has been probably abused a lot. Each and every one talks about experiences without really understanding what goes in there. So, but what I was happy about is the experience design as a phrase, as a discipline, got a lot more value and was a lot more true to the name itself.
Correct.
In 2012.
Yeah, I think at least the thought process of experience design is not only about a good-looking website, but it is more than that. We all know in India, Flipkart, has a better delivery, experience. The same way in this, ClearTrip, very good user experience on their website, but how they took it to another level. Recently, I cancelled one of my tickets, and they sent me a mail which made me really comfortable. Saying, they said, "This is the first step of this process. We have got your request. Second step would be we'll calculate the amount and let you know that this is what is going to be reimbursed, refunded. And third, you will actually get refunded from your bank."
Yeah.
So, and the mails, kept on coming, saying after every step, and I today I got a mail saying, we are just checking, did you really get the money back from the bank? If not, let us know. We'll follow up with them.
Yeah, I think, one of the biggest problems in India has been not in buying but in cancelling or in modifying your order.
Yeah.
So this is a beautiful thing to know, because a company that cares about a customer even after he cancels means the company really cares about the customer, and that's what is most important in an experience.
Yeah. And and design need not be always seen, right? It has to be there. I mean, these kind of things, small things, is what I think a great experience is all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's also pretty much on how the experience translates on different devices.
Yeah.
So you're at home or you're at work, you get to see the same experience. And all thanks to the wave of responsive design this year in 2012, we've seen almost a lot of websites who have begun to look really beautiful and who've begun to work the way that we expect them to across the different devices that we use. A lot of people are multi-device people. We have a phone, we have a tablet, we have a laptop, and the experience translates.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, when you so one of the things that is a trend that's going on currently, we are going to be probably buying about 2.1 billion devices in the next couple of years. We are halfway there now. 2.1, an increase of 1 billion devices in a couple of years is huge, which means people are making a choice to go, multi-design way, multi-devices way. What it also means is the companies probably have to put in a lot more effort to get into those devices, but it also means you have more opportunities. Because earlier you had a laptop which was used in a certain context. You wouldn't be using a laptop probably in a commute. Whereas even though laptop was designed for that, I don't think it was ever ergonomically well designed to be a good commute device. But now with other devices like iPad and iPhone, you have far more flexibility to do that. I can give you an example, and you can probably add after that. I use Indigo's mobile website to check in into my, whenever I travel out of Indigo, because that's far easier to do through a mobile website than from their, big browser website. It just has two options: fly, and explore. I click on fly and I just put in my name and I'm done. I'm basically done with my check-in. That's what is what I love about. Even though I probably pay more because I use my mobile and it's on a roaming and stuff like that. But still, I enjoy that experience than the big browser.
You brought in a very valid point when you spoke about ergonomics and you spoke about devices. You said experience. We've seen some amazing apps that have come out this year, which have authentically very digital experiences. One of them is Clear for iPhone. I mean, it's a task management tool that uses natural user interface, and it's just beautiful. It's nothing like a task manager that you've used in the offline world. Fantastic at it. It's an amazing calendar again. Nothing like the calendar that you have at home or you jot down notes on. Foldify. It takes up the learning curve of learning. Papercraft, for example, and then it says, okay, this is a digital experience that we have, and the beauty of printing that on paper and actually creating the caricature. And Paper by 53, one of the best sketchbooks that are extremely digital. It's just a digital experience, nothing like the offline world, and one of the best things that we've seen this year.
Connected devices have created that kind of opportunity for us to think very digital, at the same time marrying digital and physical. Right? How it can help me in my real life, or be it a paper, where when I'm drawing, I'm not using any of my physical things. I'm doing it completely digital.
Yeah.
So there are two things which is going to be the future, I guess.
Also, what has helped to add to what Gopinath and Sufyan, you guys are saying, what also has helped is the fact that the advent of HTML5, which is a technology that allows these things to happen. It's a beautiful, way to. You don't have to now code 25 different times. Right? You just code once and your experience is there, what you envision. That was an important breakthrough, which we saw a lot more of that happening in 2012.
Yeah. HTML5 got a lot of traction, I think, last year, right? But again, to come back on how these devices are helping me in my real life would be, one of the examples would be Ingress, right? I actually took the joy of playing outside, and brought it into my device. So, nowadays that is what the biggest complaint is. You sit at home, you're not having, you don't have the joy of playing outside and all that. So Ingress brought it back. I really haven't got the invite yet, but I'm waiting for one. But I would love to have one.
Yeah.
One of the biggest points of this year is also how connected devices take your offline experiences and turn them into something that is completely digital.
Yeah.
You've seen a rise of intelligent devices. The Nike Plus Fuel Band is one of them, where you just strap a piece of technology on your arm and then you go for your morning jog or you play basketball, and you can actually track those stats, how many calories you've burned, how many steps you've taken. It makes your gameplay even more powerful. And with the introduction of gamification and aspects like this, where you're actually competing with your friends not only in a game but also in your fitness level, adds to that. The Nest thermostat can be another example where an offline paradigm is converted into something that is digital. You're handling the thermostat of your house in a very unique way that you've never done before. And it's also about eco-learning and eco-drive, where you actually save more energy by using something more digital.
Correct.
One of those examples. And Philips Hue is another amazing example where you set the lighting of your house using different modes. So using your iPhone or your iPad, you could change the color tones of the lights in your house. You've seen how digital is getting into our lives but not getting into the way of our lives.
Yeah. So for example, on the gamification part and how can you take it to the next level, for Whale Research, when we worked from a Sapient as well, is you now can benchmark your scores against Lindsay One, who is number one skater in the world. Now she is the one you're competing against. Now you're competing with your friends as well as a real sports authority. Now that changes the game a whole lot better, and you also have a connected ski when you actually jump. It records your jump, and completely takes the entire ski into a digital space as well. So again, combining the physical and digital. Right.
One thing which I remembered when you said Nest, right? Nest is about design as well as the technology behind it. So I think so. We have discussed this before also. Design or creativity should always push technology to its boundaries, right? Even if you take Google now, it is helping me a lot. Like figuring out if I'm traveling, then it tells me how much time it will take to get there. It will notify me about my flight. But think about it, how it understood all that. There is technology being used to its max, right? So I always believe that user experience design is not only about Photoshop.
Yeah, good one.
So yeah, probably I'll try. I'll in 2013 I'll be able to explain it well to my parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you'll see technology get more influence, and we getting more influence. And I mean, for all you know, like Tim Cook says, our goal in life is to give you something that you did not know you wanted.
Yeah.
And once you get it, you cannot live your life without it. I'm sure technology for the next coming generation post 2012 is going to be like that. I mean, who thought that you could track your tennis playing skills by using a smart tennis device? The Baolar smart tennis racket actually measures your speed, your top spin, the pace at which you hit the ball, your serve measure. I mean, it's something that we had never thought of. When creativity is coming into the way of technology and actually pushing the limits of technology these days.
And you brought a very important, very good point that also has been seeing some traction in the last year, which is talked about Tim Cook or Apple. Apple works in an ecosystem way, so it is the ecosystem that they control, which means they also can give a control.